Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. Episode 1.
You wished to see me, Father?
John, my dear son, come in. You know, I am sure that my entire estate here at Norland was left to me by my uncle in such a way as to leave me with no means of providing for your stepmother, my wife, and your sisters.
Yes, sir.
I had hoped, upon inheriting Norland a year ago, to make great improvements and lived economically in order to lay aside a considerable sum for them when I am gone. My uncle left them only £1,000 apiece. The rest of the estate is left to you and your son Harry upon my death. I hope you and Fanny shall live comfortably here.
Why do you mention this now, Father?
A year has been insufficient to put aside as much as I should have hoped.
Let me get Barnes to fetch your cup of wine.
Promise me, John, that you will take care of my wife and my daughters.
Father?
Promise me.
I will do everything in my power to make them comfortable.
Oh, thank you, John.
Help! Someone! I've been thinking, my dear Fanny, to best discharge my promise to my late father, I should make a present of £1,000 apiece to Elinor, Marianne and Margaret. Well, that should be enough to make them completely easy.
Really, John? You would deprive our dear son Harry of £3,000? How could you answer it to yourself to rob your child of so large a sum?
Well, I hadn't thought of that.
No. What possible claim could the Miss Dashwoods have on your generosity? They are only half-blood relations, after all.
I suppose...
It is very well established that no affection exists between children who do not share a mother. Why are you to ruin yourself and our poor little Harry by giving away all your money to your half-sisters?
It was my father's last request to me that I should assist them.
Had he been in his right senses, he could not have thought of such a thing as begging you to give away half your fortune from your own child.
Perhaps then it would be better for all parties if the sum were diminished one half. £500 would be a prodigious increase to their fortunes.
What brother would do half so much for his sisters? And as it is, only half-blood.
One had rather, on such occasions, do too much than too little. No one, at least, can think I have not done enough for them. Even themselves, they can hardly expect more.
There is no knowing what they expect. But we are not to think of their expectations. The question is what you can afford to do.
I think I may afford to give them £500 apiece. As it is, without any addition of mine, they will each have about £3,000 on their mother's death.
They will have £10,000 divided among them, and they may live very comfortably on the interest.
It might be more advisable to do something for their mother while she lives, something of the annuity kind, or £100 a year.
To be sure, it is better than parting with £1,500 at once. But then, if Mrs. Dashwood should live 15 years, we should be completely taken in.
15 years? My dear Fanny, her life cannot be worth half that purchase.
People always live forever when there is an annuity to be paid them.
I believe you're right, my love. A present of £50 every now and then...
I am convinced within myself that your father had no idea of your giving them any money at all. They will have £500 a year amongst them, and what on earth can 4 women want for more than that? They will live so cheap. £500 a year. I cannot imagine how they would spend half of it. They will be much more able to give you something.
Some little present of linen and furniture, perhaps, then, when they quit Norland?
Certainly. But, however, one thing must be considered. All the china, plate and linen is now left to Mrs Dashwood. Her house will, therefore, be almost completely fitted up as soon as she finds one.
That is a material consideration.
Oh, John, you forget. Your father only ever thought of them. We very well know he would have left almost everything in the world to them. Thank heavens the entail meant they could never inherit Norland.
Insufferable woman.
Marianne, you must try to calm yourself, dear.
Mamma, Father's funeral is barely over, and Fanny arrives with no notice of her intention. Can she not see how indelicate her conduct is? To show so little attention to the comfort of other people in such a time.
Marianne, this is her home now.
If Elinor had not entreated you to stay, Mamma, you would have quit this house the moment Fanny Dashwood arrived.
Your sister was right, and your brother pressed us to stay, and I would, for your sakes, endure her presence to avoid a breach with him.
Margaret has the right idea. I rarely see her between meals. Oh, and now we must endure Fanny's painful brother, too. Edward Ferrars has nothing to recommend himself.
Now do not be unfair. He is only a little shy, perhaps. It is enough to say that he is unlike Fanny. That implies everything amiable.
His reading last night!
I am sure you will like him when you know more of him.
Miss Dashwood?
Mr Ferrars?
I see I am disturbing your reading. Forgive me. I'll...
Not at all. In fact, I'd just made up my mind to take a walk to the Walnut Grove.
I have yet to see the Walnut Grove. I fear Fanny has no affection for it. May I join you? Or is that too,
Of course you may.
I feel I must apologise, Miss Dashwood. I think perhaps that I upset Miss Marianne with my reading yesterday evening.
Oh no, Mr Ferrars, please. It is we who should apologise. Marianne is so eager in everything. Her sorrows, her joys can have no moderation.
I fear I may have also offended your younger sister, although quite as to how I am unsure. But she seems to run away each time I enter the room.
Margaret is just a little shy of strangers at present. I'm sure she will warm to you.
I look forward to properly making her acquaintance.
Fanny mentioned you're maybe going into the law?
Oh, yes. My sister and my mother long to see me distinguished.
And you do not desire that?
My mother would have me interested in some political concern, to get me into Parliament or connect me with some great men of the day. Fanny, I think, would be content just to see me owning a barouche.
You have no wish to own a barouche?
Oh, no. No. All my wishes are centred in domestic comfort, the quiet of private life. The church, I think, I would be far better suited for. My younger brother Robert is thankfully more promising on the distinguished front.
Have you seen Elinor, Mamma? She promised to assist Margaret with her French this morning.
I believe she is out walking with Edward.
Well, that is the third time this week.
I have hopes, Marianne, that in a few months Elinor will, in all probability, be settled for life.
Do you really suppose so?
Have you not noticed Edward's behaviour towards her these past weeks? I have no doubt of their being quite seriously attached.
Oh, but Mamma, how shall we ever do without her?
You will gain a brother, a real affectionate brother in Edward. But you look grave, Marianne. Do you disapprove of your sister's choice?
Oh, Edward is very amiable, and I love him tenderly. But yet, there is something wanting. His figure is not striking. Music seems scarcely to attract him. And though he admires Elinor's drawings very much, it is not the admiration of a person who can understand their worth. I could not be happy with a man whose tastes did not in every point coincide with my own. Oh, Mamma, the more I know of the world, the more I am convinced that I shall never see a man whom I can really love.
Remember, my love, that you are still very young. It is yet too early in life to despair of such a happiness.
What are you drawing, Elinor? May I see?
That little wilderness aside the path.
I wish I had your talent for sketching. What a pity it is, Elinor, that Edward should have no taste for drawing.
No taste for drawing? I hope, Marianne, you do not consider him as deficient in general taste. Indeed, I think I may say that you cannot, for your behaviour to him is perfectly cordial, and if that were your opinion, I am sure you could never be civil to him.
I have not had so many opportunities of estimating the minuter propensities of his mind as you have, but I have the highest opinion in the world of his goodness and sense. I think him everything that is worthy and amiable.
I am sure that his dearest friends could not be dissatisfied with such commendation as that. Of his minuter propensities, as you call them, I have seen a great deal of him. His abilities in every respect improve as much upon acquaintance as his manners and person. At first sight his address is certainly not striking, and his person can hardly be called handsome, till the expression of his eyes, which are uncommonly good, and the general sweetness of his countenance is perceived. At present I know him so well that I think him really handsome, or at least almost so. What say you, Marianne?
I shall very soon think him handsome, Elinor, if I do not now, when you tell me to love him as a brother.
A brother? Marianne, you must not. Edward stands very high in my opinion, and I do not attempt to deny that I think very highly of him, that I greatly esteem him, that I like him.
Esteem him? Like him? Use these words again and I will leave you this moment.
Believe my feelings to be stronger than I have declared, but farther than this you must not believe.
And you really are not engaged to him?
No, Marianne. There are moments when the extent of his regard seems doubtful. Until his sentiments are fully known, you cannot wonder my wishing to avoid any encouragement of my partiality by believing or calling it more than it is.
And this is your real opinion?
The longer we are together, the more doubtful seems his regard. I'm going inside to fetch another pencil.
Mrs. Dashwood, may I take a moment to thank you?
To thank me?
Indeed. The arrival of your dear brother Edward has lifted the spirits of my daughters. My husband's death had struck them each into such a pitiful state of grief, especially my dear Elinor. But Edward's visit has proved such a joy to us all.
Ah, I see, Mrs. Dashwood. My mother and I have great expectations for dear Edward. Our mother is determined that both her sons should marry well. There is always the concern, of course, for young gentlemen with so much to offer, that they will be surrounded by young women of obscure backgrounds and little fortune, who will attempt to draw them in.
I am sure I have not the displeasure of associating with such women.
Quite.
You will excuse me. I do not care the expense or the inconvenience. I will not spend another week in this house with that woman.
Mamma? Oh, Mamma, I've been looking all over. There's a letter just arrived for you.
Let me see. My dear cousin, I understand since the death of your beloved husband, you are in need of a dwelling. And although the house I can offer
you now is merely a cottage, I assure you that everything shall be done to it which you might think necessary for your and your daughter's comfort. If the situation pleases you, I invite you all to come to my own residence, Barton Park, here in Devonshire, from whence you may judge for yourself if any alterations to Barton Cottage would be necessary. I enclose the particulars of rent, etc. Yours, Sir John Middleton.
My good cousin Sir John. Oh, Elinor, I must reply at once.
Devonshire, Mamma.
A very sufficient distance from Norland, do you not think?
His gracious offer is too sensible not to be accepted, and the rent is very reasonable. I had always thought it would be far more prudent for us to settle some distance from Sussex, but...
I shall write to accept immediately. John, Fanny, I would like to thank you both for your hospitality over these past months, but I have today accepted a house, and we shall incommode you no longer.
How wonderful, Mother. You're not settling far from Norland, I hope?
Devonshire.
Devonshire? Are you indeed? So far from hence? And what part of it?
I believe it is within 4 miles of Exeter.
It is but a cottage, but I hope to see many of my friends in it. If my friends find no difficulty in travelling so far to see me, I am sure I will find none in accommodating them. John, Fanny, you are both welcome, of course. And you, Edward, will always be welcome at Barton Cottage. Thank you, Thomas. Just there with that trunk, if you will.
And you are certain you must send all your furniture round by water?
It is the most efficient way, John.
I am quite conscientiously vexed. I had hoped to arrange the delivery myself, as our father would have wanted, but this renders it impracticable.
Dear, dear Norland, when shall I cease to regret you? When learn to feel a home elsewhere? Oh, happy house! Could you know what I suffer in now, viewing you from this spot, from whence perhaps I may view you no more? No, you will continue the same, unconscious of the pleasure or the regret you occasion, and insensible of any change in those who walk under your shade. But who will remain to enjoy you?
Come along, Marianne.
Miss Dashwood? Elinor. Plymouth.
Plymouth?
Yes. I spent some of my youth there.
Oh.
In Devonshire, under the tutelage of a Mr Pratt.
And you enjoyed your time there?
Yes. In that... I mean...
Elinor?
Yes, right.
Do you promise to come see us at Barton Cottage, Edward? Please say you do.
I shall do my very best, Miss Margaret.
Elinor, Margaret, come along.
Farewell! And to think all that handsome furniture shall reside in a cottage. Unthinkable.
Sense and Sensibility was a Nothing But Roaring and White Cobra co-production. Georgina Pearson was Elinor, and Sarah Parker was Marianne. Barry Dougal was Henry Dashwood, Richard Jordan was John Dashwood, and Vicky Kelly was Fanny Dashwood. Beverley Webster was Mrs Dashwood, John Myhill was Sir John Middleton, Lottie Wilton-Isgar was Margaret Dashwood, and James Lickman was Edward Ferrars. Sense and Sensibility was adapted by Rebecca Cockcroft from the novel by Jane Austen. Edited and produced by Nothing But Roaring for White Cobra.